So here's the second pitch. Another called strike. So Seropian, 2 quick strikes. And, John, you can see here he's already ready on the mound to throw the third pitch.
Yeah, you weren't joking before the game when you said he's like Mark Burley.
So that one's going to be lined up the middle, and Chaz Clark starts the game off with a leadoff single.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Clark. He was behind in the count 0-2. Surprised he even got a strike. Usually as a pitcher, you want to try and aim outside of the zone and force someone to chase. Instead, he gave Clark one right down the middle, and Clark, doing his job, hits it right back up the middle for a base hit.
The Vikings' woes have been down early in games. Obviously, it's only 1 hit, but still, as there's a call strike on Matulich, the Vikings have seen themselves down in almost every game to start off. There's a recipe that's not going to lead to success. As here's the 0-1, a nice off-speed swing and a miss for strike 2. Seropian's going to feature a nice high-velocity fastball along with a slider and changeup. Really what makes him the next level is his pace on the mound. It makes hitters not think about what pitch he's going to throw. So that's low and away for ball 1.
And that's a good pitch right there. Competitive pitch on 0-2. You want to miss the zone and try and find a way to get Matulich to chase. That was a good pitch, 0-2.
So Matulich will line that into right center. That one's going to hit the gap. Clark's going to be on the run. Matulich rounds first. Clark will be sent home by Valdez. And Matulich will have a stand-up triple, and the Panthers are on board first.
How about that start for the Panthers? Right away, they attack offensively. Matulich, too, known to be a power hitter on this team, but hasn't had a triple all year. It's his first one.
One thing about hitting the gaps here, as it seems like Chris Seropian wanted to make sure Matulich did touch first base, but he did. But one thing about playing here at Dowling Park is if you hit it in the gaps or down the line, you have somewhat speed, you're going to be at third base. It's just such a large ballpark, and when you find those holes, you're going to get rewarded. So here's the first pitch. The off-speed catches his own on Tyler Schultz, and John, Tyler Schultz has been red hot so far.
The best Panthers hitter by far, already won an MCL Player of the Week award, and looking to do something here.
Well, he's going to pop that one up. The question is who will catch it, and Patrick Duran will make the catch for out number 1. So a nice quick out to get the hottest hitter for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a great job by Seropian to come back. And I was about to say this earlier. He has thrown strikes very well so far. If he continues that trend, even if he's hit, and even if he gives up a couple of nicely hit baseballs, he'll find success here today simply because he's always pounding the zone.
So that first pitch is going to go as a ball. The second one will go as a ball as well. And that's one thing we've seen from the Vikings this past week is they've been throwing strikes, but the opposing team has just been hitting the ball where the defense isn't. So here's the 2-0. That's going to be inside for a strike on Sean Lynch, the number 4 hitter. He has Matulich at third, who had an RBI triple. A hit right here would score one more. And that one's going to be inside, 2 inside. And the count goes to 3-1 with Maury Garrett on deck.
Like that spot, though. And the curveball that was called a strike on the inside corner, that's definitely a pitcher's pitch.
So that one's going to be foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. Count will go to full now. You can see Seropian maybe go right back inside here. So here's the 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be lined into center field, and Sean Lynch has himself an RBI single. So make that 2-0 Crestwood here in the first.
How about this for the Panthers? They have had an offensive power outage these past couple of games. They've had issues, too, on the mound, and they've given up double-digit runs in their past 3. But so far, they're stepping on the throats of the Vikings early, putting up 2 great runs, and the inning continues.
So now it's going to be Maury Garrett playing second base. So that's 2 RBIs, 1 by Hayden Matulich, which was a triple, and the 1 by Sean Lynch was a single. These aren't, I should say, as there's going to be a bunt. It's going to be popped up. Schaller's going to make the catch. Good awareness by the defense to make the second out. And what I was going to say is, John, these hits haven't really been soft contact. They have been line drives up the middle or in the gaps.
Right. I mean, the Panthers are just attacking. They're seeing strikes, and Seropian's doing his job, but for the Panthers, they're just finding ways. They see the ball. They're seeing it very well today. And when you're playing on the turf field, too, that definitely makes a difference as to how far the ball will go and where it travels in the field.
Absolutely. And now it's going to be Gannon Andrews. That one's going to catch, actually, it's going to be outside for ball one. Seemed like Seropian looked like he was about to throw the first, but decided to go home with the ball right there. Here's the 1-0, actually right back the first, and that's a quick move by Seropian, one that if you're a runner at first, you're going to have to watch out for here early. So the off speed in the zone, 4-strike one, and you can just see Chris Seropian is confident with every pitch he throws. Hasn't really missed any outside the zone. I mean, if he's missed, it's been a 50-50 call. So here's the 1-1. Gannon Andrews looked like the sword was brought out there, 4-strike two.
That's what you have to like about Seropian. This guy just throws strikes, and he's not afraid to give up hard contact. You know, some pitchers would be afraid of that, then they start to aim. Instead, he's still throwing.
Outside, or low, I should say, 4-2. The count will go even at 2 with 2 outs. Donovan McIntyre on deck. You have Lynch at first. Here's the pitch. High, and the count will go full. So the second full count the Panthers have drawn here today. Hasn't been as many pitches as you think would for 2 runs scored here. So here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. The off-speed catches a zone, and Seropian gets out of the inning, but not before the Panthers strike for 2.
Lexi Held gets the steal. Goes to Morris. The mid-range 2 is off. Odua with the rebound. She goes to Westbrook. And now things are getting a little physical and chippy here. Both teams really being the aggressor. Dud drives inside. Dud mid-range 2. That's good. And the Huskies lead once again. Their first lead since the second period, where they led 29-27. Held. Goes to her left hand behind the back. Almost loses it. Goes to Rogers up top. Rogers, who's 2 for 3 from the three-point line. That's going to be a reach-in foul by number 20, Nelson Odua. How is Doug Bruno going to navigate throughout this injury? As the question remains until we see Morrow come back in, if she does. So if anything, we just hope everything goes well. Morris goes to Held. Held for 3. Off. Mule with the rebound. Mule will push it up the court. Defense chance throughout the Wintrust Arena. Mule goes to Uhas. Uhas looking for a counterpart in Mule. Mule up top. Goes to Odua. Mismatch for Uhas. Uhas with the ball off the glass and good. Uhas now with 8 points and 10 rebounds on the game. And it's 54-50. Held pulls up wing 3. Oh, that one is good. The Rainbow 3 goes in for the sharpshooting senior. That's her second 3 of the night, her 8th point as well. And it's only a 1-point lead for the Huskies. Mule with it up top. Goes to Uhas. Uhas goes inside to Odua. That's off. Mule retrieves it on the baseline. That's stolen. And DePaul gets the ball back. And Mule is now shaken up down low. DePaul has numbers. As Mule makes her way back. Collier with a 3. That's no good. Westbrook with the rebound. Looks like a potential wrist injury for Mule. Williams is ready to check in at the scores table. And now the refs are going to call a timeout. You can see that she's in a lot of pain. Williams is going to come in for her as there's 30 seconds left here in the third period. We're not going to break. It's just a injury, kind of like injury timeout. Just a quick substitution so she can come in. So we'll see the story on that one. But Kristen Williams will come in for her. So 30 seconds left. UConn will at least take one shot. (54-53). UConn leads. Williams inside. Ooh, short on the lay-in. Rogers with the rebound, pushes it up. Deja Church with the ball. 13 seconds. Doug Bruno points out.
What has that been like being at a Major League Baseball game when there's no fans at all?
It's crazy. It's something I will hopefully never experience again. It's great that they're playing, but it's, yes, the best word to describe it is, and most effective, is surreal, because you have, the best players on the planet playing a baseball game in an empty stadium. And there are maybe, there's people in the press box, but in terms of people in the stands, there's probably 20 of us. It's, or less. It's some photographers. It's a couple of camera guys, or a few camera guys. It's a few first aid people, a few front office folks, and me. And that's just bizarre. But that is the only way you can safely play games right now. And, you could argue, well, why can't they bring fans in? Well, I just think that starts getting, as we've already seen, just trying to get this done without fans is a challenge, is enough of a challenge. So, I do think that, I kind of compartmentalize the whole experience by just focusing on, we have a baseball game being played. I'm so grateful and thankful that there is baseball played right now, that I don't try to get caught up in the moment of, wow, this is completely insane. And I'm hopeful that, hopefully next season things will start to be back to normal where fans are there. We're not going to be in this barren environment of baseball without fans.
Now we have 50 games left, so 6-4, a good start. 5-game win streak, 5 road game win streak, first time since 2016. What would you like to see more of this team, or more from a specific player, going on throughout the season?
You froze up there a little bit. Did you ask me who I want to see more?
What do you want to see more of from the team going forward? Maybe an improvement or a specific player in general for the next, couple of weeks.
Well, one guy who hasn't really done much yet is Edwin Encarnacion, but he is a very hot and very cold hitter. There's very little middle ground with him. He's the kind of guy that when he gets hot, he can carry a team for a week. That is coming. I really believe that. It just hasn't happened yet. So I want to see Edwin get hot. And if he gets hot in this lineup, forget about it. And even Eloy Jimenez, he's kind of like quietly been hot, but he could really go on one of these tears, and he has yet to really even do that, and his numbers are really good. So that's the great thing about this offense. There's just so many weapons, and they can withstand slumps, because if 3 guys go into slumps, you still got like 4 guys who can win you baseball games. So that's really encouraging.
You talked about the young core, and one guy I want to mention is Jose Abreu. How much of a key to this team has he been, especially trying to teach these young kids the ins and outs of the major leagues?
He's leading the way. He is showing them the ropes. He is a leader and a half, and in so many ways. And he's having a great year, and his numbers are going to be really good this year because he's got all this protection behind him. That home run he hit on a 3-0 count last night was amazing. He just crushed that ball. And assuming this team gets to the playoffs and just even has a winning record, the guy I'm going to be most happy for will be him, because he has been here through so many losses. The teams he's played on haven't come even close to the playoffs, let alone having a winning record. So he deserves the postseason more than anybody. And it's looking like this team should make the playoffs here in 2020. There's 16 teams in each league that get in, and the Sox will make the playoffs. Something has gone terribly wrong because there's just too much talent on this team.